What's up? We're glad to see you again. We're kicking it, and I got a very, very special artist here today. She's a singer, she's a writer, she's an artist, she's a producer. She is none other than Belle Rousse.
Hello.
Hey, Belle.
Hey, Phil.
I'm so glad you came out today.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about how you got started. Where are you from?
Well, I am from Georgia and Alabama. I have a parent in each state, so I grew up kind of going back and forth between each one. I was born in Kansas, though, but I don't remember.
So what was it like going back and forth, back and forth?
It was fun. You know, I got to just get a break from both of my lives every couple of weeks.
That's awesome. So let me ask you this. So how did you start in music? Were you very, very smart? Did you very, very small? Did you start singing? Do you remember how?
I think when I was thinking about it the other day, I started learning how to sing because my mom was always just walking around the house singing for no reason, and so I guess I thought that was normal, and so then I just started doing it, and then I just never stopped.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So is that when you started the idea of poetry and started writing as well?
No, I started writing music in second grade. I moved to...
Second grade?
Yeah, I was living in a small town called Fairburn, and then my family moved to Atlanta, and I joined this all-girls R&B group called The Girls in Blue.
The Girls in Blue.
It was like Destiny's Child with one white girl. And we did concerts in the playground. It was like choreographed and everything.
Wow.
And that's when I started writing my own songs.
Wow, y'all did concerts in the playground? What was that like?
It was fun. I loved it.
I love it. Oh,
Yeah. I'm still friends with one of the girls too.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So now I know that you play instruments too, and at I guess the age of 12, you got a guitar. Tell us about that.
Well, I had been writing songs all this time, and I was in marching band. I played drums in marching band, and
Drums too?
I was on the drum line, and I was in the choir. So I was like, well, I just need to learn like another instrument now so I can perform my songs that I've been writing. So my dad bought me a guitar for Christmas, and I just taught myself.
Wow. So you've never had actual lesson in guitar?
I didn't take a guitar lesson until college, and it was a classical lesson.
Now, so you have a lot of influences in your music. So I know you just mentioned R&B. So what are some of the music influences that you have?
There's so many. I grew up listening to a lot of, like you said, R&B. I was in Atlanta, so I have that urban influence. But then I also have the country and the acoustic because I grew up in Alabama too. And then I always loved rock and roll and pop music. So
Wow, that's a little.
I got a little bit of everything.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. So in your CD that you have, and it's called Expressionate. Explain Expressionate.
Well, one day one of my friends was asking me, well, what's your music like? And I was trying to say that it's expressive and it's passionate, and I said it both at the same time. I said it's expressionate.
Wow.
And so then I was like, oh, that's a cool word. I should just name my CD Expressionate.
Oh, I love it. Now, you say that there's a certain fire that you want to put back into music. Elaborate on that.
I think it's kind of like when you hear an artist and it just like, for example, Adele. When she came out on the radio, everyone was like, oh my gosh, who is she? Like, she made you feel something.
That's right.
She wasn't Britney Spears, she wasn't Rihanna, but she made you feel something crazy.
Wow. So it's something that's inside.
Right.
Oh, okay. So what are some of the songs? Is there one particular favorite that you have that?
Well, these are my babies, so I don't have any favorites, but other people can have favorites. There's 4 tracks in here. There's one secret track if you let it play past the 2 minutes at the end of the track 4.
Hidden Surprise.
Yes, and I love them all. They all have kind of a different vibe. Some are like more pop acoustic, some of them are more kind of indie rock, and then I've got some pop in there, some pop rock in there. So.
Wow. So I know you've done the House of Blues, you've played at the Mint.
The Roxy last week.
Wow. Wow. Do you perform a lot here in the city?
Oh yeah, I'm performing almost every night. If I'm not doing a concert, I'm out doing an open mic.
Wow.
Just getting my new material out there and networking and stuff.
Oh, just off the chain. So let me ask you this. You have a website. Now, we're going to put your website down here. Do you have your schedule there so that we can come out and see you?
Well, right now I don't have anything posted because I'm booking for January and February.
Okay.
But you can find all that on my website when I post it.
Awesome. So that's the way we'll definitely find her. And what if they want to get your music?
You can go to my website. I have a store on my website. I'm also on Bandcamp. Just search me. I'm the first one that comes up. And I do weekly YouTube videos, and I also write a blog on my website. So
Wow.
be sure to check that out.
We're going to put it all down here. Now, I want to know, what are some of the things that inspire you to write?
That's a tough one. I think for me, these ideas sometimes, if I'm thinking about them, it's about an experience I had or that I'm reflecting about. But a lot of times, it's just like I'm spacing out and some idea comes to me, and then I just go crazy with it.
Whoa. So, and does it normally take a long? Let me ask you this: is it on your guitar first, or is it just you hear melody first, or?
It's different things because sometimes I write songs subconsciously and I don't realize it's one song when I do it because I'll start thinking of words, I'll write the words, and then when I'm like, oh, well, let me think of a cool melody, I'll start writing a melody on guitar or piano, and then I'm like, well, maybe this melody will go with these words, and then I find a way and they just work out into a song.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, but some of these, there's a few in here, IDKU, that I just, like, I had a phone conversation with somebody, and right after I got off the phone, I just wrote the song.
Oh.
It just came out all at once, like the chords, the words, everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're living your dream, definitely. Was it a difficult decision to pack up and leave your hometown to come out here and say, I'm going for it?
No, it wasn't a difficult decision. It's something that I wanted to do anyway, but because I didn't make it through to the end of that talent competition, an amazing gospel singer won, but I didn't make it through the end, and it just gave me an excuse to leave. I was like, okay, well, they're not going to get me here in Alabama. Let me just go to LA.
Where somebody can go and find your way.
Yeah, I loved it. For me, it was the best decision I made.
How does your family feel?
Oh, well, my mom, she calls me all the time begging me to come back, but sadly that's not the case.
So how have you felt living here in LA? Has it been all that you expected to be, and you think things can move faster, or are you sort of happy with your pace?
I think the thing with LA, I have a love-hate relationship with LA. When I first got here, I was really excited to be here, but I got homesick. But now I'm more like, I love LA, I love being here. I don't even think about going home really. And I mean, sometimes I'm an impatient person and I want things like right then, because I work very hard, so I'm like, I worked hard, I want it now. But at the same time, I have gotten so much done in this 1 year that I've been here that most people don't get done in 5 years. So I still have to keep it in perspective.
How do you do that? How do you keep things in perspective?
Just by when I start freaking out, chill out, and take a look at my life.
Oh, wow. What would you tell somebody who is at home and they're probably contemplating, I want to do it, but I don't know. What would you tell somebody?
I would tell somebody that, if you want to do something like music, you can't be wishy-washy about it. You got to give it your all, or just don't even bother, unless you're just doing it for yourself, because this industry takes work. It doesn't take half-heartedness. That's not going to get you anywhere. So if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Well, Belle, I have one thing to say to you. Thank you so much for kicking it with me.
Thanks for kicking it with me, Phil.